On June 22, 2021, 2 days after I had my heart surgery, I was sitting in my car with my kids, at the Imlay City Kroger parking lot. I was sitting in the passenger side as I was waiting for my wife to finish shopping and pick up some medications. While I was waiting, the owner of the car that was parked beside me looked at me and said, "I know you, you are the man used to walk front of my house every day. You are the man that was hit on 5th Street, when you got hit you landed on my sidewalk. I heard the thump of the hit inside my house. I rushed out of my house to see what happened. How are you doing?" Then he said, "I told the police officer about you, and I tried to explain the things I know about the accident to the officer, but the officer was not listening because the man hit you is his friend. I for sure know he is his friend because the man hit you is my next door neighbor. I believe the officer helped his friend. He did not give him a ticket. I just can't believe it." During the conversation, my wife came back from her shopping. She heard some of the conversation because I was very upset and screaming. She told the man, "We must go, thank you." As we drove back to our house, I was very upset. I could not control myself. My whole body was shaking. The next day I called the Imlay City Police Department. I asked them for the detailed report about the accident because the report I received all that says a pedestrian was hit by a vehicle on 5th Street and was transferred to the hospital. When I talked with the police officer manager, he told me that they had to create a detailed report few days ago and we sent it to Lansing. "I will have one of the police officers on duty drop off a copy at your house." I received the report 20 minutes later. "I will email you a copy of the police report." Why I needed a heart surgery. A week before all the above, I had 2 job interviews through Microsoft Teams. The first job, after I explained my current health issues to the interviewer, the job ended with a "Sorry, we can't have you on our insurance and we need someone on the job very active now." The second interview ended with, "I am very sorry, can you stand up?" I tried to stand up and I did. With limitation, the interviewer said, "We don't believe you are ready." Soon after the interview I cried. And I was very upset to a point that made my heart beats over 200. 1 hour later I had to go to my therapy office. When the therapist saw me, he asked, "What is wrong?" "Because you don't look good," I said. "I am very upset, and I feel my head want to explode." He checked my blood pressure and then said, "Your heartbeats are very high, you must go to the hospital. I will call the ambulance for you." I replied, "My wife will take me to the hospital." I called my wife, and she took me to the hospital. There they had to reset my heart and kept me in the hospital 24 hours. 1 week later I had my heart surgery through my rest, heart catheterization through radial artery. They just went in my heart and took images of my blood vessels. The result was my heartbeats went out of rhythm from too much stress. Anyway, I had too many interviews but still no job, yet I really want to go back to work.